Hello, hello. Welcome to Reading Time. My name's Time, and this week we're reading Stuart Little by E.B. White. Let's get to reading. Stuart Little by E.B. White is the story of a young boy who is very mouse-like in appearance and size, who goes off on adventures, namely to go find his friend who has run away. Now, I kind of had high hopes for this book as I have read Charlotte's Web by E.B. White and really enjoyed that book, and so I thought another book by E.B. White would be really good. I also vaguely have some memories of the movie, and I'm pretty sure I enjoyed it. However, this was not the case with this book, unfortunately. In fact, I really did not like this book to the point where I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. While the stories in this book could be considered charming, it didn't really feel like a cohesive storyline. It really just felt like a bunch of different random stories about a central character. And unfortunately, I had issues with the character himself. And mainly about this whole issue of him being a very mouse-like boy, when seemingly he really is just a mouse. One of the main issues I have with this book is that none of the other people around this mouse have any issues with the fact that he is just a very small boy that looks like a mouse. The doctors don't seem to question the fact that his mother gave birth to him, or that he is as small as he is. Additionally, there's a character later on in the book who is also as small as he is. However, she is, in appearance, a person and not a mouse. I have no issues with a mouse being given human qualities and traits, but for some reason, I do have a difficult time with a very mouse-like boy not being questioned at all about how he lives and how he's different, because in reality, there would be a lot of questions. But really, I do think it is the actual storytelling itself that I had the most issue with, because it doesn't feel like one storyline. There are elements to suggest that it's one storyline, however, it doesn't come together very logically. Now that my distaste for the book is clear, I do want to run through the other things I usually look at with these books. First off, the content for this book is generally tame. There is some suggestions at violence, with there being a cat in the Little household. And this cat does go after Stuart in some ways, and also sets up kind of an assassination attempt on a bird who briefly lives in the Little household. As far as reading level goes for this book, I do think that it would be about a 4th through 6th grade reading level, maybe even earlier grade level if you have some higher level readers. Stuart is a very sophisticated mouse even for his age, and so the vocabulary is a little bit more advanced sometimes, and I think discussing maybe some of these ideas of adventure and friendship and stuff like that is well suited toward mid to late elementary school. The book overall is a very quick read. There are pictures on a lot of the pages, and it's a very thin book, so it wouldn't be difficult to get through. If I were to use this book as a basis for maybe some writing prompts or some examples of writing, I would probably look at it in 2 different ways. The first way that I would look at this book is a matter of writing perspective and how perspectives can vary in a very literal sense. For example, how difficult would it be if you were as small as Stuart Little trying to do your basic everyday routine? What would you have to change? What would be different about what you did? Is there anything you would do that you currently don't do, or anything that you currently don't do that you would do if you were in that situation? It may also be a good basis for a slice of life writing narrative. Slice of life writing is when you take seemingly arbitrary, everyday sort of things that a character would be doing and just writing about it. It doesn't necessarily require a plot line or conflict or anything like that. It's just a story of everyday things. Now for the poster square for this week, we have Stuart Little down at the bottom here, represented by a boat, because for some reason Stuart Little is very well versed in nautical terminology and is really into boats. Let me know what you think of Stuart Little in the comments below. I'm always interested to hear your feedback on the books that I'm reading. If you're interested in following along, please subscribe to the page or follow me on social media at either Facebook or Instagram. And as always, I hope that you have a marvelous week and a wonderful read.